Hello friends, today we will be discussing about two different types of electrochemical corrosions, that is galvanic corrosion and concentration cell corrosion. Now, galvanic corrosion occurs when two dissimilar metals are immersed in an electrolyte solution, and if they are electrically connected, then that will form a galvanic cell and corrosion will take place. Now, see, we have zinc connected to copper. You can see zinc is anodic in nature as per electrochemical series, and copper is cathodic in nature. Means in the electrochemical series, the position of zinc is higher in the series, so it can easily lose its electron. So this will act as anode, and copper is lower in the series, so it do not easily release electron or remove electrons, so it will act as cathode. Now, the type of mechanism will depend upon in which type of solution these electrodes are being connected. So these are connected to each other, and we can say that here we have taken electrolyte. Electrolyte means it will be a neutral aqueous solution. So I have already explained in the previous video that if it is acidic solution, hydrogen evolution takes place. If it is neutral aqueous solution, oxygen absorption mechanism takes place. So the metal higher in the electrochemical series becomes anode and tends to be attacked, and this type of corrosion is nothing but known as galvanic corrosion. Now see, the metal higher in the series is here, it is zinc. It dissolves electrochemically, equivalent amount of hydrogen or metallic element is deposited at the cathode. So anode is dissolved and cathode is protected. When the metal at the anode goes into solution, it forms ions, that is zinc will form zinc 2 plus ions. The electrons liberated will flow through the electric circuit and which is provided and will reach at the cathode. The electrons neutralize the positive charge on the ions at cathode, and as the ions come out of the solutions. So there will be zinc and copper electrically connected, and we are taking the electrolyte. So at anode, zinc will be converted into zinc 2 plus and 2 electron. As usual, I always said that at anode oxidation takes place. So zinc is losing its electron to form zinc 2 plus ions, and zinc is higher in the electrochemical series because of which it is acting as anode, and copper is cathode because it is lower in the series. At cathode, acidic solution, if it is acidic solution, then hydrogen evolution take place. If it is a simple electrolyte as shown in figure, then oxygen absorption will take place. Then if I'm considering it as acidic solution, then 2H plus 2 electron will give rise to hydrogen. And if it is an electrolyte, then oxygen absorption will take place. That is, half oxygen will react with electrons and will form corresponding hydroxide, and zinc will react with this hydroxides to form zinc hydroxide. This type of galvanic couples are generally zinc and silver, iron and copper. These combinations will generally act as galvanic cells. The rate of galvanic corrosion depends upon the relative areas of cathode and anode. Smaller the anode, more will be the rate of corrosion. So you can see rate of attack is directly proportional to area of cathode upon area of anode. It means that if more the area of cathode, rate of attack will be more. Smaller the area of anode, then also rate of attack will be more. So smaller the area of anode, more will be the rate of attack. Some of the examples in which the galvanic corrosion occurs, we can see in the pictures also. The steel screw in the brass marine, which steel is anodic to brass, so that will get corroded. The steel propeller shaft in bronze bearing, in this case also steel is anodic to bronze, so steel will get corroded. And the third example is steel rivets for copper members. Here also steel is anodic to copper, so steel is getting corroded. Steel pipe is connected to copper plumbing. Here also steel is anodic to copper, so steel is getting corroded. So such type of connection must be avoided if you want to protect the metal. Next, the galvanic series, we had electrochemical series which included the elements. Here we are having the alloys. See, here we have magnesium alloys, which was not there in the electrochemical series. Here also the metals which are higher in the series are active and lower in the series are noble materials. So as we go down, the noble materials are increasing, and as we go up, the anodic or active materials are more. The next type of cell corrosion is concentration cell corrosion. In this, as the name suggests, there will be an electrolyte having different concentrations or different concentration of dissolved oxygen. One is electrolyte is having different concentration, your oxygen concentration is different. So there are two types of cases where the concentration cell corrosion can take place. You can see some of the examples here. Now, as I explained in the last slide, we have metal ion cells or we have oxygen cells. Metal ion cells are formed because of the difference in the metal ion concentration, and oxygen cell, in this case, one part of metal is exposed to different air concentration from the other parts. So there can be difference in oxygen concentration, or there will be difference in metal ion concentration. In both the type of cases, there is chance of corrosion. So this type of corrosion is nothing but known as concentration cell corrosion. We can take one example. Here we have a picture. Here, see, we have taken copper, and at one side it is dipped into 5% CuCl2, and at the other side the metal ion concentration is 10% CuCl2. Okay. Now we can see that the part which is in contact with dilute solution will act as anode and will get corroded, and the one which is at higher concentration will act as cathode. Such metal ion concentration cells are important for the corrosion of copper and its alloys. Okay. Another example. This is another example. Here we are having a zinc rod dipped in zinc chloride solution. See, it is partially dipped in the dilute solution of sodium chloride. And if the solution is not agitated, then what happens is the parts which is near to the water line will be strongly aerated, and the part which is inside the solution will be at a lower concentration of oxygen. So the part which is having higher concentration of oxygen will act as cathode, that is this area will act as cathode, and the dipped part will act as anode, and the anode part will get corroded. So here also we have two different mechanisms depending upon the solution in which it is being dipped. At anode, zinc will form zinc 2 plus 2 electron, that is oxidation will take place. That is common in all cases. Zinc will dissolve at anodic area and oxygen will take up electrons at the cathodic area. So here we are having the electrolyte. So it is neutral aqueous solution, oxygen absorption case it is. So half oxygen will react with water to form OH minus, and this zinc 2 plus ions we can react with these OH ions to form corresponding zinc hydroxide. The other example is the case of, see, we can see this is a iron piece, okay, and it is under the drops of water, or we can say it is a salt solution. The area is covered by this covered part will act as anode, and the area exposed to air will act as cathode, because see here there is a pit also and there is drop of salt solution. So the smaller part will act as anode and the bigger part will act as cathode. And if it is if there is water or salt solution droplets, then again there will be a difference in concentration also. And because the area of anode is very small, rate of attack also will be high. So at anode, Fe is giving rise to Fe2 plus 2 electron, and at cathode, because it is a neutral aqueous media, so half oxygen plus water plus 2 electron will form OH minus. Fe2 plus ions will react with OH minus to form FeOH twice, or with additional amount of oxygen it will form FeOH thrice, which is nothing but the rest that will be deposited here. The corrosion product will accumulate on smaller anodic area, which enhances the corrosion rate further. The oxygen concentration cell will increase the corrosion, but it occurs where the oxygen concentration is lower, as I have already discussed in the previous slide. That's all for today. Thank you.